Hey guys, it's Jason. With the new firmware that's just been released for the X3, there are new and improved amp models for a whole range of amps, but the one that caught my eye was the Cameron CCV. Very much a unicorn amp, very hard to find, particularly if you live in Australia. If you know anything about the Cameron CCV, you'll know that it's largely a Jose based modded Marshall with a few modern improvements on it. Often the thing that drives me to design and build an amp is because I want it for me. And developing the Cali was very much driven around that. I've always wanted a Jose, and I always wanted one that had some switching options in it. And I've definitely taken some cues from the Cameron CCV. So very short clip. What I wanted to do was do an A-B comparison between the new Cameron CCV model that's in the X3 and the Cali. So I spent a little bit of time just kind of dialing the Cali in, trying to match the EQ of the X model, and I'll go through the X settings quickly on the video, as well as show a picture of the Cali settings. So in terms of the comparison, I'm interested in your feedback on 2 points, right? What do you think of the Cameron CCV model? And also, how closely matched are the two amps, right? The model versus the Headfirst Cali. Do you think they sound the same? Do you prefer one over the other? I'd love to hear your feedback. Cheers, guys. So just in terms of the settings on the axe here, obviously the guitar's coming in through the in. Here's how I've got the Cameron dialed in, right? So I've changed just a couple of things on here. The bright cap I've put to 1000 picofarad, which I've matched to the bright cap setting that I've got dialed in on the Cali. This is the lower clipping mode. So in the axe here, when I flick between a few different Cameron models, the saturation goes all the way up to 10, which would reflect the higher level of clipping, or the transistor-based clipping. Again, I've got the Cali dialed in at the lower of the two clipping modes. This is the cab setup that I've got. So just a blend or a mix between these are the ML SoundLab Friedman cabs, 25 watt greenback with a 57 and a 121. On it. So you can see from how I've set the axe up here, when I flick between the scenes, I'm disabling the amp model and enabling the external loop to come in and out. Both setups, both scenes come back into the same cab. And we've got our good old London plate running just at 13% mix. Everything else I've left default. And this is how I had the Cali amp set up. So I've got the depth and the presence back at around about 9 o'clock. Bass up at 1 p.m. I've got the mids up at about 2:30, trebles about 11 a.m. I've got the master volume at about 6 of 10, so about 1 p.m. and both gains up at about 3 p.m. or about 8 out of 10, and the 1000 picofarad bright cap on gain 1 and no bright cap on gain 2.